We might be a nation of bargain hunters, but we don't shirk when it comes to game shooting. One of the most expensive, extravagant, exciting shooting experiences is Glorious Grouse on the glorious 12th of August. And to mark it, the boys from Browning are stepping out in style.
Good day shooting, guys.
They are going to show off their guns, they are going to be gunning the engines of some superb modern shooting brakes, and you are going to walk away from this film with expert tips for shooting driven grouse.
So you just bring the gun through it, boom.
In preparation for some shooting later in the season, they're taking 3 versions of their top-end B25s out for a day of simulated grouse. First, they're stopping off at an appropriate pile in the country for some refreshments and to let the car's 12-cylinder engines cool. 12! I see a theme developing here.
What better way to celebrate the start of the grouse season, or the game season in the UK, the Glorious 12th, by incorporating some beautiful guns in the B25, the fantastic game guns, some beautiful cars in the Aston Martins and the Bentleys, all 12-cylinder of course, bringing that combination of the Glorious 12 and the Glorious 12 cylinders together, and a beautiful location here at Brocket Hall today, and at the start of the season on the 12th of August. It all comes together very nicely.
The cars are on loan from HR Owen in Cheltenham. At this point we'd be asking sporting shooter editor Dom Holtham to help us out with the facts and figures of these British beasts. But he's not coming until later. Instead we have Bentley brand manager Paul Carvel on hand.
This is the Bentley GT Speed W12 engine, 616 brake horsepower, fastest road-going saloon that Bentley have produced to date at 205 miles per hour. Next, we've got the Aston Martin V12 Vantage Roadster. Underneath that bonnet, they've squeezed the V12 6-litre, 510 brake horsepower engine into the car. Top speed of 190 miles per hour, 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. GTC speed, again, will catapult you 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds, but with all of the comfort and luxury from a Bentley. The Aston Martin Vanquish, flagship of our range, 565 brake horsepower, V12 engine, all carbon body, pretty stunning car. With every throb of the engine, get a mental orgasm.
If the cars don't do it for you, the guns will, but more about them in a minute. Our backdrop of Brocket Hall has an infamous connection with exotic motors. It hit the press in the 1990s when Lord Brocket was jailed for burying supercars in the grounds of the house and claiming on the insurance. But those were Italian cars, so his actions are entirely understandable. Today it's an exclusive golf club and venue.
It was originally built in 1760, obviously owned by the Brocket family, which is quite a well-known story, I'm sure. Our company took it over in the early 90s and built it up to what it is now with the 2 championship golf courses, the Auberge de Lac award-winning restaurant over there as well, and then obviously the hall over here as an exclusive use venue.
Right, that's enough pre-grouse more posing. We need to make sure these guns are able to strut their stuff when it matters, so we're off to Atkin Grant Lang.shooting school just a few miles away. They've been busy here developing a special stand for anyone wanting to experience the next best thing to a driven day. They also offer sartorial advice, Dom.
So this isn't your typical stand at your average playground. So can you talk us through a bit of the setup you've got here?
Yeah, so what we've got here, we've actually got stone from Yorkshire. So we've had this shipped down for us. We've got heather here, which you'll find on a grouse moor. As you can see, it's sunk into the ground. So as we look out, we can't see any traps or anything in front of us. It's very similar to when you're grouse shooting, you've got very low horizon. We've got 6 traps out here, so they'll just appear, and we've also got traps where we can move around so you can just shoot them over each shoulder.
So this really is as close as you're going to get to the real thing.
Absolutely.
In a practice environment.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've really spend a lot of time on setting the targets, so they're actually coming downhill into the butt, instead of where a lot of clay targets will go up over you like a partridge target.
I've done a bit of shotgun shooting, Charlie, but clearly I'm a peasant. Driven grouse is not something that is normally open to a cove like myself. So could you give us a few tips on what I should be doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're actually shooting grouse, they're coming a lot faster and a lot flatter than pheasants and partridges. So instead of a pheasant being nice, high and towering, where you're going to give it a long lead in front, these grouse are coming very flat, and you've got to get out there at them. So a target, when it's coming in towards you, a lot of the time you'll actually still see the bird over the top of the gun, because the gun is actually pointing up into the direction where it's going.
Okay, so it's not a great deal of lead. It's quite but you have to be quite positive with your.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's really important to get the line of the bird. So if the bird's quartering in towards you, so if he's coming straight in towards you and just fares off to the side, just go onto the wingtip in the direction it's going.
Let's hear a little more about the guns on show today. Each of our 3 Browning guys has a different model, but all of them have been handcrafted by the gun makers and engravers at the Browning Custom Shop in Liège in Belgium. We start at the top with a pair of B25 D5Gs in 20 gauge on loan from Reeves at the Royal Berkshire Shooting School.
I mean, this is the top of the market gun. Obviously, it's £66,000 for a pair. It's not something you buy lightly. Thankfully, there is a lot of money still around, and people do like to buy the best. And we're in the market to supplying probably the finest game gun in the world, certainly for balance and feel. And we do have a number of people requesting guns like this on a weekly basis, and that's why we have a 24-month lead time.
Next is the 28 gauge B25 on loan from Ian Coley Shooting Ground, and it suits Andy down to the ground.
It is one of the few guns in life that is both aesthetically pleasing to the eye, but is also more reliable than most and is hard working. If you go to any gun shop in the country, you'll find B25s that have been around from the 50s and 60s, plenty from the 70s, and they're still working and going strong today. There's very few guns or models that you'll find that have been going that long and that well.
Lastly, it's the biggest Browning with the biggest Browning team member, Alistair.
Starts from around about £22,000. This one does actually come with a few extras, such as the rounded pistol grip here. And this one is my personal favourite because it's the 12 bore calibre. And obviously being the biggest chap out of the 3, brings down the biggest birds. But it's a beautiful weapon, great investment, great value for money, and it's around half the price of a D grade side plated gun. So for value for money, it's superb.
They say money doesn't bring you happiness, but it certainly gives you choice. It could mean deciding between an Aston or a Bentley, or if they don't raise the hairs on the back of your neck, a pair of B25s just might, especially when the birds are coming at you like little rockets. If you want any more information about the custom shop and these B25s, email info@isbrands.com or watch our Browning factory film.